All right, today I'm going to talk to you a few minutes about MLA citation. So the link that I'm going to put onto our e-learning site is to the Purdue OWL, which stands for Online Writing Lab, and they have one of the most up-to-date MLA formatting guides. So if you have a book at home, I wouldn't trust it because MLA has changed in recent years. So make sure that you have an up-to-date guide if you are using one that you have at home. But a safe bet is just to use this online one from the Purdue OWL. It talks about all the general formatting, which we already know and have discussed. So today we're looking mostly for this idea of the works cited page. So usually you always begin by the author or writer. So it doesn't matter if it's a book, a magazine, or a web document. You begin last name of the writer, first name. Now, not every document will have this, but most will. If you do have a book, that's probably the most standard. So the basic format, and this basic format is kind of a good guideline for all types of document. Last name, first name, period. Title of the book, italics. City of publication, colon. Publisher, comma, year of publication, period, and the medium of publication. So this is just the word print. Most of your sources, though, I imagine, are going to come from two different places, either the library databases or a web document that you found using Google. Now, the wonderful thing about using the library databases is they give you a citation right here that you could just copy and paste into a Word document. So, helpful tip if you're using Microsoft Word, the paste special, whenever you're getting your paste, if it's from the menu bar or from right clicking, the unformatted text takes out all the junk that comes with HTML. So, alright, so this is a source. So I'm beginning my works cited page. So works cited, going to want this centered. Going to want everything in here double spaced without any of the extra stuff that automatically comes in Word. So in your spacing menu, make sure you have 0 here and 0 here and line spacing at double. Okay, so when it pastes from the web to a Word document, there's some things you need to put back in, such as italics. So anything that is a publication, like a magazine name, a newspaper name, a journal name, a book title, those are in italics. And also, so is the database, if you're using from the library databases. Now the next thing, which can sometimes be tricky, is indenting that second line. So if I hit tab, it should go right over, but sometimes if I hit tab, it won't always go over. Sometimes you have to actually hit like a hard return. You have to hit the return bar to get it to do that. So that's what a works cited entry should look like. But don't forget to change your font to 12 point. Oh, now I gotta fix this thing. Okay. Now let's look at another document. So Google is not quite so friendly to you. I have the source, but there's no citation in place. I have to make the citation myself. All right, so you begin by the writer. So we have Parker Pope. Kara. Go back to this document. We have An Ugly Toll of Technology and Patience and Forgetfulness. This is the document title. So I'm going to do the special pasting again so I don't bring in any funky formatting. So article titles go in quotation marks. All right, so this is the New York Times. Publication name. Publisher. Now this is the one that tends to give people problems. You scroll all the way down here, you got the publisher is always right next to the copyright, usually always at the very bottom of the page. So if your source does not have a publisher, I would immediately question whether or not it is a credible source. So the New York Times Company, comma, the date. And in case you're wondering where I'm getting kind of this format from, I'm using a page on a website or an article in a web magazine, pretty much the same thing. Okay, so you see right here I'm on the publisher. And after publisher goes date. Oops, wrong source. So it's June 6, 2010. So don't forget, in MLA style, you go smallest unit of time to largest unit of time. The word web, because that's the type of source it is, and the date you accessed it. So today is the 23rd of October. So that is how you do a web works cited entry. All right, if you run into any problems of a different source that you're not sure how to cite it based on these two models, and you can't find the information within the Purdue OWL, then please send me an email and I'll walk you through the process.